So the Forion Smart Scale, a device that promises to give you a great overview about your health. But is it worth it? In this video, first I'm going to talk about the device and the design of the device and about the features, the app, and at the end I'm going to talk about does it really worth the price or not. So let's get started. So the Smart Scale is pretty thin and it's quite light. It's around 1.2 kilogram and the design is pretty good. It has a glass surface, but sometimes you can see some like fingerprint on top of it or your footprint, which is not ideal, but it comes with two colors, the white and black, and I got the black one. The design is pretty nice actually, and it comes with this box, which is quite nice box. As you can see in the video, it's quite a nice box. It's simple, there is no crazy thing about it, and it has a battery inside, which is really good as well, and you can start it straight away. And the starting and using the application is pretty easy. I'm gonna go through every single step. So the overall look is really good. I really like it. It's simple and it's quite nice for modern houses these days, and because it's really thin, you can leave it under the table or under a bed, so to make sure it's not getting too much space. So let's dive into the features. This scale is not just about measuring your weight. It has a good feature to measure your body fat percentage, your BMI, your muscle mass, and some extra features that we can talk about it when we talk about the application of this smart scale. It can track 10 individual person, which is really nice, and also it has a feature that you can use it for guests. So if someone came to your house and you want to show them the scale and then they want to measure their weight, it has a guest version as well, so it's not going to affect your result in your phone, which we talk about that later in the app. But you can add around 10 individual person to this scale and automatically it can find which person wants to measure their weight, which is really nice. And another good thing about it is that you don't need to connect to your phone all the time. The minute you step on the weight, it's gonna measure and calculate your weight, body fat percentage, and all this information, and automatically transfer all the data to your Apple Health or any devices that you have or ecosystem you have for your health. I'm using Apple, so I have Apple Health ecosystem, so it's calculate all the data and transfer all of them to the Apple Health, so I have all my information in one place. Now let's talk about the app and how it works. In the app is really easy. If you have a guest and they want to use this scale, you can put it in the guest mode so they can use it and it's going to be pretty useful for them. Here you can add user by answering some simple question, and also it has some different mode, which is actually good because it's different between a young person or an athlete, so the information that you put can give the scale a better understanding to measure your body more accurately. It has a built-in heart rate measurement, which is using the flashlight and camera to measure the contraction in blood vessels to measure heart rate. Obviously, it's not very accurate, but if you do not measure it side by side, you cannot say that how accurate is that. I have tried it with the polar heart rate. It's not really accurate, but it is better than nothing. One good thing is that in the first page of this app, you can put your goal. For example, for me is gaining some muscle or some weight. So from 19 that I was around 2 weeks ago, I have decided to gain some weight to go to 95 kilograms, and it can give you this progress bar so you can see every day your improvement, which is really nice. Now let's talk about the actual data. I'm not sure why it has red color for weight and BMI. I know why it has, but it doesn't make any sense, because if someone is training professionally, they have more muscle mass compared to normal people, and muscle is heavier than fat, which is obviously their weight will be higher. So I believe they have to find a way in the app to compare the weight to body fat percentage, and if the body fat percentage is high too, then it should be red. Otherwise it should be green. Same as BMI or body mass index, which I believe is the worst way to measure if you are overweight overweight or underweight. Then it has more information such as proteins, such as muscle mass, such as water, which is solid and actually were presented with different colors. And the same problem above, it gives me overweight and obesity level, which is crazy. Anyway, it has a good visualization and graphs and metrics in general, and it is easy to use. Just open the app, go on the scale, and that's it. It can automatically transfer your information to the app and as such to your Apple Health ecosystem. So now let's talk about the accuracy. Accuracy is the most important thing for any smart scales in the world. For past few weeks that I'm using this scale, it's pretty good, I can say. I have compared it with couple other scales, which shows that pretty normal range, which is really good. But we always should take the smart weight with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, there are smart scales which they don't have really good quality of measuring the body fat percentage, muscle mass, water, protein in the body. If you are looking to measure completely your body fat or muscle mass or bone density, you can do DEXA exam. It's pretty expensive, it's around €150, but it's totally worth it and it's better than using a smart scale. But for me, I really like having the smart scale because I can check it every day and it gives me better understanding about what I'm eating, how I'm eating, and what I need to do in the future. So I really recommend that if you don't have a smart scale at home, try to get one, which is really good to help you to understand how you're doing, and it has really good progression bar which gives you this motivation to be more healthy and eat healthier food. So the most important part of this scale is the price of the scale is €29, which is sick, and I have never seen something like that. The quality is really good, it's really well built, and the price is super cheap comparing to the other brands that they have it in €100 or €120. Paying €29 for a smart scale is perfect. Now that we have covered some information about design, apps, and features, let's talk about pros and cons. For pros, the price is really good and it has a comprehensive metrics that we can measure. It is user-friendly, it has a really user-friendly app, and the design is pretty good and decent. But the cons is that first, the accuracy, because this company, they don't have any article or paper published that say that this device is already accurate and validated. So that's one problem with these smart scales. And it's not just this one. Most of the smart scales, they don't have any backup data that shows that they are really accurate. The second one is that they have a limit for the people with overweight. I think people over 180 kilograms, they cannot use it, which is not a big limitation, but still there is a limitation. And the third one that I have talked about it during the app is that they can use a better information in their app. For example, if your weight is higher but you have a muscle mass and you have less fat, which means that you are healthy, and they shouldn't put you in the overweight zone. They should put you in a natural, or they should have a better calculation to show that in which level are you. You cannot say that because you have higher weight, you are overweighted and you are not healthy. Some people, they have more muscle than fat, and the muscle is heavier than fat, so it doesn't make any sense. So is the ForYoung Smart Scale worth the money? Here's my take. If you are looking for a budget-friendly smart scale and you need something at home to measure your fat and also your weight every single day to make sure you're in the right track, I think ForYoung Smart Scale is a pretty good option. It has a great feature, and hopefully they can update the app to give us the better visualization and also understanding about the numbers and how we can use these numbers to be better and healthier. Let me know in the comment below what do you think about the ForYoung Smart Scale. And if you find this review useful, please write down in the comment, like our video, and subscribe to our channel, which can help us to improve and create better quality videos. Thank you for watching, and catch you in the next one.